Thoughts from the Mount of Blessing. The true motive in service. Be not anxious. Matthew 6, verse 25. He who has given you life knows your need of food to sustain it. He who created the body is not unmindful of your need of raiment. Will not he who has bestowed the greater gift bestow also what is needed to make it complete? Jesus pointed to his hearers to the birds as they warbled their carols of praise, unencumbered with thoughts of care, for they sow not, neither do they reap, and yet their great Father provides for their needs. And he asked, Are not ye of much more valuable than they? No sparrow falls without his care, no soul bows low, but Jesus knows, for he is with us everywhere, and marks each bitter tear that flows. And he will never, never, never forsake the soul that trusts him forever. The hillsides and the fields were bright with flowers, and pointing to them in the dewy freshness of the morning, Jesus said, Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. The graceful forms and delicate hues of the plants and flowers may be copied by human skill, but what touch can impart life to even one flower or blade of grass? Every wayside blossom owes its being to the same power that set the starry worlds on high. Through all created things thrills one pulse of life from the great heart of God. The flowers of the field are clothed by his hand in richer robes than have ever graced the forms of earthly kings. And if God so clothe the grass of the field, which today is and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith? It is he who made the flowers and who gave to the sparrow its song, who says, Consider the lilies, behold the birds. In the loveliness of all the things of nature, you may learn more of the wisdom of God than the schoolmen know. On the lily's petals, God has written a message for you, written in language that your heart can read only as it unlearns the lessons of distrust and selfishness and corroding care. Why has he given you the singing birds and the gentle blossoms? But from the overflowing love of a father's heart that would brighten and gladden your path of life. All that was needed for existence would have been yours without the flowers and birds. But God was not content to provide what will suffice for mere existence. He has filled earth and air and sky with glimpses of beauty to tell you of his loving thought for you. The beauty of all created things is but a gleam from the shining of his glory. If he has lavished such infinite skill upon the things of nature for your happiness and joy, can you doubt that he will give you every need blessing? Consider the lilies. Every flower that opens its petals to the sunshine obeys the same great laws that guide the stars, and how simple and beautiful and how sweet its life. Through the flowers, God will call our attention to the loveliness of Christ-like character. He who has given such beauty to the blossoms desires far more that the soul should be clothed with, the beauty of the character of Christ. Consider, says Jesus, how the lilies grow, how springing from the cold, dark earth, or from the mud of the riverbed, the plants unfold in loveliness and fragrance. Who would dream of the possibilities of beauty in the rough brown bulb of the lily? But when the life of God hidden therein unfolds at his call in the rain and sunshine, men marvel at the vision of grace and loveliness. Even so will the life of God unfold in every human soul that will yield itself to the ministry of his grace, which, free as the rain and the sunshine, comes with its benediction to all. It is the word of God that creates the flowers, and the same word will produce in you the graces of his Spirit. God's law is the law of love. He has surrounded you with beauty to teach you that you were not placed on earth merely to devour for self, to dig and build, to toil and spin, but to make life bright and joyous and beautiful with the love of Christ, like the flowers to gladden other lives by the ministry of love. Fathers and mothers, let your children learn from the flowers. Take them with you into garden and field and under the leafy trees, and teach them to read in the nature the message of God's love. Let the thoughts of Him be linked with bird and flower and tree. Lead the children to see in every pleasant and beautiful thing an expression of God's love for them. Recommend your religion to them by its pleasantness. Let the law of kindness be in your lips. Teach the children that because of God's great love, their nature may be changed and brought into harmony with His. Teach them that He would have their lives beautiful with the graces of the flowers. Teach them as they gather the sweet blossoms that He who made the flowers is more beautiful than they. Thus the tendrils of their hearts will be entwined about Him. He who is altogether lovely will become to them as a daily companion and familiar friend, and their lives will be transformed into the image of His purity. The end. Please join us in the next chapter. Have a great day.